Hi and welcome to Wednesday, October 22nd, 2008. Another week, another MRMA TV lesson. As not per the Academy requirements, this script was written 2 hours in advance and strictly adhering to the Academy requirement of 20 out loud rehearsals. I have rehearsed this script out loud a total of 20 seconds before telling myself that I just couldn't be bothered. Now for my progress so far. I feel that through my training here at MRMA, I have become more natural and it's more of the real me that you are seeing every week. Kind of like the new hosts of Top Gear Australia. To be quite honest and frank with you, Max, I'm concerned with how good I am actually becoming at this TV and radio thing, and in the past week or so, I have become increasingly concerned that at some stage in the near future, I may indeed have to leave the MRMA nest that I've called TV and radio home for the past 18 months. So with all of that in mind, I think it's only fair that I do actually all that I can to pull the handbrake on the excessive speed at which my amazing natural skills are being developed. Now for my exercises. Okay, if you insist, I will carry on with the lesson, but you don't know how emotional it is knowing that one day you won't be at the Academy anymore. Thank you. Okay, it's emotional, but I've regained my composure. Now for my exercises.
Hello, my voice is vocal and energized. As you can see, I have a smile on my face. This is my musical change number 1. This is my musical change number 2. Yeah, that's enough exercises for me.
Ah, yes. That's why I'm improving so much. Those exercises actually work. And at this point, I must once again acknowledge the new hosts of Top Gear Australia for being such an inspiration to me with regards to my dreams of being a host on TV. Nothing against your teachings or advice that you've been providing to me over the past 18 months, Max, but I think you're a bit out of touch, Mr. Rowley. You've always told me that I would need a combination of natural ability, professional training, warmth and approachability, interviewing skills, timing and charisma. Well, the last one goes without saying as one of my strongest attributes. Charisma actually sits alongside modesty in my vast trophy cabinet. Anyway, I've been watching taped copies, thanks Dad, of Top Gear Australia, eagerly trying to spot any of the above qualities that I've just mentioned. And I must agree with my equally aggrieved fellow student Reed. It's like trying to spot Osama bin Laden at a peace rally in Washington. What a painful show to watch is the good old Top Gear Australia. It really seems like not much thought and planning went into the makeup of this show. Now they've copied a fair bit from the highly successful UK version, but dear oh dear, the hosts are totally disjointed and their timing is atrocious. Many may agree with me that after viewing 3 episodes, I find Charlie Cox easily the most irritating of the 3, ahead of the little guy who thinks he's a budgie. Warren Brown actually comes across as a genuine nice guy who would flourish with a couple of new co-hosts. What is it with Charlie No-Neck Cox and the stiff arms go-away body language? He looks like he's been getting slow-motion dance lessons from Peter Garrett of Midnight Oil, and maybe just needs a good squirting from a couple of 100 cans of WD-40 to maybe free him up a bit. And you know when you get that feeling of not seeing the real personality of someone when they are presenting on TV? Well, I think Charlie Cox is one of those. To be frank about our dear Charlie, I get the impression that he'd be a pretty nasty piece of work in real life. Anyway, time for a quick break and then I'll be back to speak with my guest tonight and get her opinion. It's a bit of a giveaway. It's the big VT, Vanessa Till. Her opinion on what works and what doesn't work when being a TV presenter. Welcome back once again. Well, as promised, my lovely guest for this evening, VT, known as Vanessa Till. How are you, Vanessa?
I'm great, thank you, Dave Collins.
Thanks so much for joining me this evening. I was just talking about hosts, co-hosts, in particular Top Gear Australia, and how much they irritate me. The new hosts of Top Gear Australia, especially Charlie, don't come near me, Cox.
Oh God, I have to agree with you. They are awful. I mean, to the point of why do we have them as Australian hosts? We're trying to project this image of great television hosts in Australia, and we're bringing out Top Gear Australia with three of the worst, and I'm not lying, the worst hosts you could ever find. I mean, throw Dave, me, and Dave downstairs into the same situation could be a little bit better.
I think you're pushing it, adding Dave Loy in.
Yeah, true, but I just thought I'd add one more person. He seemed to fit the bill.
Well, he makes the numbers up, old Loy, doesn't he?
He looks pretty, that's okay.
He's a good-looking fella.
Yeah.
I mean, if I swung, not that I do swing the other way, Dave. Another subject, please.
Yeah, another subject. On to that. Television hosts in general. Why am I taking over this interview anyway?
I think it's your personality. You've got a dominating personality, I've noticed.
Thanks.
Larry Emder comes to mind straight away as someone... You know what, the hosts that I really like are the ones that I think if I met them in the street, they'd be almost exactly the same as they were on TV. And I think Larry would be like that. But Charlie Cox, I get the impression if I met him on the street, he'd just be a rude, arrogant bastard.
Not to stereotype there, Dave, but that's fine. I agree with you. I think... Okay. Larry Emder, again, one thing. If you can hold your own in the TV show, I think you have it going for you. If you can hold your own for 10 years, if you can hold your own for 5 years, if you can hold your own for 3 days, this guy can't even hold his own for 3 days. 2 days, 1 day, the first day of the show, and it's horrible.
A lot of holding going on.
I know. But Larry Emder, good guy.
So how many episodes of Top Gear Australia have you seen?
I've seen probably half an episode, wasn't pleased.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable to watch.
I actually had to switch the channel to watch Australian Idol, and that's saying a lot. And my final comment tonight is...
I didn't ask you for a final comment. It's all in the timing. Okay, that's almost it for tonight's show. Vanessa, would you like to add a final comment?
I would like to. Thank God he's gone. Dirty old man.